Hey everyone, for as much as I make fun of XQC, there are rare times where I have to admit that I feel kinda bad for him. Because for every 10 time he does something dumb or goofy, there is one moment on stream where he reveals something unfortunate going on with him right now. And in this video by Pyro Live, I'm going to be reacting to some recent news going with his girlfriend that he's broken up with, but is still dealing with her, and having to take care of all the legal trouble, like what assets belong to who. And I have to admit, there are some parts in this video that makes me feel like he got fucked over, which makes me feel bad for him, to be honest. So I want to start by watching a video by Pyro Live called XQC Situation is Insane, because it is kind of the topic of people talk about XQC all the time. It's a bit washed out, but to be fair, the guy's a moron. He always does dumb shit. He's a moron, he's insane. So most of this shit you do just comes out of nowhere, and that kind of news that just happens randomly is 9 times out of 10 the most entertaining. So far, the title's kind of vague, so I don't know what's going on in the situation. From the thumbnail, I can see like an Instagram story, and I think the profile picture is for girl, so it might be something to do with like his girlfriend, I think.
Oh, it's been a minute, hasn't it? I actually haven't uploaded a slot video in nearly 10 days now. You may have noticed as well that Critical uploaded a video in a hotel room, so of course, everyone's gonna say that I've copied him, which I did. I actually flew all the way to Australia just to book a hotel room to copy Charlie. Now,
That's it. I love Pyro Live. I do like his content, but man, he never stops bitching and whining about people always compare him. I actually don't think people compare him, but he has this bullshit idea that people do, even though no one does. So to compensate for like how similar he is to him, he tries to like self-deprecate by always joking about it, and he does it fucking a lot.
I'm sure you're going to want to hear my amazing and base takes on the Sniper Wolf and Jack's film situation, but unfortunately,
yeah, I did a video
Charlie
on
beat
that.
me to it.
Hold
He
on.
slurped up all the views, so that there is literally no point. So I'm going to talk about something that he probably won't talk about, which is the ongoing situation with XQC and how it is getting so much worse. Now, originally, I was going to treat going to Australia as a holiday. I wasn't going to do any work. I mean, I did a meet and greet, met some amazing people. Some of you had very unique gifts to give me.
He's up.
Oh, you have to get in the orange box. Oh, wow.
And also,
To be fair, if you're going to Australia, can you really expect anything else but insane fans?
anything for views? The other best thing is, even though that is like a yearly tradition that I do with Chad, people are unironically going to think that that is an actual coming out post. But anyway, you don't care about me. You don't care about my personal life. You want to hear the juicy, spicy drama around XQC. Now, we all know XQC, which he self-proclaimed as the player of games, the streamer of streams, and the reactor of videos. Now, obviously,
I can't
getting
tell
into
if that's
this
a joke. I really want to check if that's his actual bio on Twitter.
situation, I
But to be honest, if it wasn't, it's not that big of a fucking deal. That is like a good bio that he would make up.
aired out in public. So I've talked about the situation with XQC a couple times. It hasn't been very good. So if you didn't know, XQC had a relationship with a girl called...
Even his fucking...
wasn't aired out in
Even his
public.
own editor
so
knows how
I've talked
bullshit
about the
this is.
situation with XQC a couple times. It hasn't been very good. So if you didn't know, XQC had a relationship with a girl called Adept, another Twitch streamer, who now has reached into the realms of they who shall not be named, that people on like the live stream fail subreddit refer to her as HDMI adapter. Now, originally, there was a long-standing joke that they were just roommates. Nothing more than that. But that was quickly fumbled when there were many slip-ups proving otherwise along the way. And then in 2021, they went public with their relationship and basically dropped the whole roommates gag entirely. Now, at this point, they were very on and off. They would break up, they would get back together, you know, so on. But again, a lot of relationships do this. It's not really big news. However, on a stream on...
However, I don't want to say now, even though that does happen in all relationships, two Twitch streamers coming together to date is probably the worst like combination, because I really do think being a Twitch streamer fucks you up mentally, especially when you have like a huge fan base like they both do. I don't know Adept as much as like as XQC, but imagine like she's quite popular and that was the main reason why they got together, you know.
September 15th, 2022, XQC had confirmed that him and Adept had basically broken up, but this time it was for good. And obviously, after any big e-celeb has some kind of breakup, all the Redditors, they put on their fedoras, they get their pipe cigar, and they go, I wonder what caused the breakup. Let's go onto the Reddit and speculate the relationship.
That's so true. When people break up on the internet, their fans are like fucking vultures. They never give up. They try to pick and find any evidence possible of why they broke up and like watch the entire streams for small like snippets of information. They were actually like mentally deranged.
Despite me, a Redditor at the age of 35, not actually having a single relationship in my entire life, I will still speculate. Now, the biggest meme at the time of the breakup was the ownership of XQC's McLaren supercar. Now, I probably don't need to tell you that the McLaren brand is very, very expensive. I mean, I have an example here. I actually have a To Me McLaren collab bag, and I don't know if you see that, I got LOL put on the top of it. I got it engraved.
What a gay-ass comparison. Or other McLaren bag.
This was like $1,000 for a backpack.
$1,000?
So I cannot imagine how much money a McLaren supercar would be. Easily hundreds of thousands of dollars. Wait, do you guys see that behind me? Is that real? Is there a real fire out there? Now, the reason why the McLaren car was such big news at the time is because the car was in Adept's name, despite XQC buying it. And on top of that, XQC, at the time, didn't have a driver's license. And then after that, it was revealed that Adept had taken legal action against X. And ever since, she's basically been coping that they're in like a common law marriage, which is basically marriage, but you never actually got married. So it's nothing really to do with an actual marriage, more just her wanting to get as many of XQC's assets as humanly possible. I've talked about this before, but there were even like leaked court documents. I kind of
think that's a common law marriage, as you described it. I think that's a pretty good like outcome for wanting to like get with your like girlfriend or boyfriend, but now wanting to like officially get married, because as you can tell, they already like broke up, so they probably weren't like their best couple. But imagine if they were married, that would the court trouble after with getting divorced would be fucking enormous. Like having to find out like how much he would have to pay her and what assets he would also have to hand over, which would be hell. So I think them like getting together but now officially getting married is a good outcome. If they're having trouble right now selling like who owns McLaren, I'm guessing then yeah, it could have been worse if they got married, but I'm guessing there's no other situation where like you get with someone else and you're like basically married but not really. So I'm not saying that this is like the best outcome for them, but probably in terms of like how much they could have like gone through in terms of like court or of like having divorce, this could have been like maybe the best outcome. Unless of course one of them like made a prenup before they got married, but even then I'm pretty sure prenups are pretty rare in marriage, because they are kind of a bad sign, you know, saying like, oh, I love you to death, but if we do get divorced, you are not fucking me over.
Not allowed to talk about this on stream, because what would happen is the fan base would then go and probably attack Adept. It's a really sad situation, because even X could like openly say, you know, don't go and attack her, don't, but you will still have like try-hard fans that will go and do it. It's like putting a disclaimer at the start of your video. Like, it doesn't do anything. So that's season 1 of the recap out the way. What's happened now? Well, to be fair, in the Lord's year of 2023, not a lot has actually happened. The legal battle has been going on in the background, but it's been fairly quiet. But the problem is, whenever there isn't an open war, there's always a cold war. And what happens in a cold war? Lots and lots of sniding, which from both sides, XQC and Adept, have both been doing in spades. At one point, you even had X basically claiming that Adept was going to make an OnlyFans account if he didn't give her money when they were still together. Could you imagine using OnlyFans as a blackmail? If you don't give me money right now, I will never post another picture of me dressed up as a woman. You have been warned. So this happened in the middle of a Kick stream, because as you know, X has got a lucrative deal with Kick, which is a unique partnership. So he gets $100 million and he can still stream on Twitch whenever he wants to. At one point when he was streaming on Kick, he was playing Counter-Strike 2. And at that point, that's when he started talking about Adept again.
At one point, there was literally an ongoing, like, recurrent, like, threat of, like, pay me money or I do OnlyFans type shit. It is what it is.
Now, I know that OnlyFans...
That's such a miserable clip to show of him. I mean, it's good evidence, but he just looks so miserable of him, like, playing CSGO 2, but his eyes look so fucking dead.
Is very divisive. You have some people that God defend it, and it's like, people are being expressive. And then you have other people that would say, if you make an OnlyFans, you're like a simp or a cuck. Probably up there with The Last of Us 2 when that game first came out. Everyone loved it. or everyone hated it. Well, no, to be fair, I think everyone hated The Last of Us 2 when it came out. It's only been a couple years and people are actually starting to appreciate that game, even though the writing is... It's something. It's something. It's one of the video games of all time.
I could torture them until they're crying, you know?
Oh, is this the scene where they fuck after, like nothing happened? Called it.
But X has always been on the fence that OnlyFans is like bottom of the barrel behavior. Like, his words, not mine.
Some people do have a certain amounts, okay, of like self-respect left in my, guys, listen. I could be on my fucking last leg, okay? I could be on my fucking last dime. I wouldn't fucking do OnlyFans. That shit is absolute fucking brain rot. Okay, I ain't doing that shit. Okay, bottom of the fucking barrel behavior, dude. Sorry. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about like that topic recently, but like not the optics, but just the mentalities behind it and what it does and what it does, and to realize that I'm fucking radicalized these days and I'm red pilled, brain dead, black pilled.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Extra crazy brain dead IQ 0 head takes.
He then goes on to say, again, his words, not mine.
I think it's funny. He will die hard, never make an OnlyFans, but he will absolutely spend 8 hours of his life to go and stream and speak gibberish.
It's basically going to haunt you forever. It's your digital footprint.
People are gonna post that shit. They're gonna save it. They're gonna repost
finally,
it. They're
good
gonna
audio.
fucking, it'll show up and bro, it's gonna fucking haunt you, brother. Like, at that point, other people will say, "Oh my god, dude, don't do that." Like, just don't be weird to this person. Bro, humans are weird. I'm not defending OnlyFans. It's kind of the opposite. I'm just saying there's like a digital footprint. Yeah, people will post it. Like, brother, imagine like you're like fucking 60, dude, and you're opening your Christmas presents, and some dude's like I don't know, fucking 60, dude, and you're opening your Christmas presents, and some dude's like I don't know, some family members like brother or like fucking, you know, like, dude, just pull out your picture from way back with your fucking titties out, like, it's just fucking...
It took him 20 seconds to say... It took him 20 seconds to go from... Imagine you're opening a box on Christmas, 20 seconds of him trying to fucking say the word, a picture of your tits. Jesus Christ. His brain is legitimately fucked. Like, there's at least like 3 brain cells in there, but somehow he can still get a fucking contract for $100 million.
Like, you know what's gonna happen? Like, somebody will do it, bro. Somebody will do it. If you're willing to tank that, brother, like, I mean, you get a hardcore, but I'm not gonna be there.
So if you couldn't tell already, Adept has been filing a lot of lawsuits against XQC, one of them even being an assault lawsuit. And apparently, she said to X that if she was paid millions of dollars, she would actually drop the lawsuit. Basically blackmail. Now, everything I've talked about so far, it is simply a drop in the bucket as to the recent events that have occurred, because it's bad. Everyone knows what's going on as well, but very few people are actually talking about it. So
here we go. The big piece of information.
At this point, she made a post on her Insta story, basically implying that XQC had paid one of his Twitch mods for sex. And then XQC, rightfully so, replied in his own story. And then, which is what always happens, the DMs come out and a bunch of Instagram screenshots were all leaked. And then Adept went, "Oh, she went all in. She really twisted the knife," saying any streamers out there that are desperate enough to have sex with their head moderators when they're lonely, don't talk about it with them over Discord. Preaching about life choices when you choose to pay your mod thousands to fuck you. And then apparently shows another screenshot where like allegedly 10K was mentioned as like the transaction fee. And then X clapped back with... Imagine ruining your life over ego. Millions of options, continuously choosing the worst ones. What is her way to go down? What's my take on it? I mean, I don't care personally. It's not really up for me to say that that's based or cringe or even sad. I just don't really see like if there's a problem with it. I can see the angle of it being like parasocial. Like, for example, you know, like this is a moderator that, you know, was maybe a fan to begin with, even though I don't know that. So people will probably say it's parasocial, like peak parasocial. You've got a fan and then you pay the money. But I think it's very obvious as well that with Adept, she's basically just salty that X is sleeping with someone that isn't her. her. Because with X
I don't
sleeping or
I don't really feel like that's the case. I feel like this is one of the situations where, like, right now in the cold battle, she's trying as hard as possible to, like, kind of blackmail him, because she clearly did before with the OnlyFans shit. So maybe, like, this is her attempt of, like, it is very, like, scraping the barrel to see what you can get out of your, like, out of XQC, so, like, she can get more money out of him. But yeah, people will just try the hardest to blackmail anyone, like even using the smallest piece of information that they can dig out from anywhere to use in court. I don't think she will use it in court, but potentially to blackmail XQC, maybe, yeah, because he doesn't want to, you know, spread the drama around.
hooking up with someone else, that even diminishes the chances of them getting back together even more. Some very weird things have also been happening recently, like, for example, Adept being banned midstream.
See, the reason why I kept playing this song earlier, because I...
What happened? Oh, unlucky. Oh, unlucky. That is tough. Now, get that ass banned. Oh my god. Let's hit a refresh. Let's hit a refresh. Let's hit a refresh.
Holy shit. I had no idea Twitch's like copyright identification, whatever it's called, was that good, which is a few seconds already picked up on it. Christ.
Yeah.
And the reason was never actually evident. It might have been because of the posting on Instagram, because Twitch does have a policy that if you do a bad thing like off-site, they still have the ability to retroactively ban you on their platform. By now, Adept kept her mouth shut. Twitch would not say any reason why she got banned, but again, viewers seem to think it was because that, you know, she leaked DMs from XQC, and she did it on October the 3rd while she was streaming. So yeah, she was kind of using the Twitch platform to spy to X. Now, originally, when she leaked all the DMs, people did not like her. I mean, I'll be honest, Adept has a huge hate following. It's almost kind of hilarious because obviously she has a much smaller platform than X, a lot less fans. So when the XQC fanboys brigade over to her, anyone left defending her gets absolutely decimated. I almost respect the fact that she can still stream despite everything that happened. I mean,
absolutely. Because Christ, that's the second outcome, a really bad outcome, when you like go off like another Twitch streamer who's bigger than you. In this situation, you know, he was bigger than her. So when they broke up, you had this huge wave of fanboys just fucking harassing her, and I feel god awful for her.
I mean, I don't respect it, but you know. But what do you think the reaction of everyone was when she got banned? Look at live stream fails, bro. They despise everyone on that platform that isn't Forzen, and they were up in arms when they found out that she got banned. Also, I don't go on the live stream fails subreddit too much, but I do like the fact when there's literally been 3 days without any kind of drama, everyone starts complaining, saying the subreddit is dying. Now, a lot of people have called for Adept to be permanently banned, the XQC fanboys. I mean, fair enough. But you need to understand two things why that will never happen. Firstly, she's a woman. Secondly, I don't know, I'll get back to you on that one. So yeah, that's the entire situation. Like, it sucks. I genuinely do feel really bad for X. Like, I don't know the guy personally. I've never met him. I'm simply a loyal juicer, but I feel for him. I really do. It's a horrible situation to be in. And like these public spats on both sides as well. It's not good. It's not good. You're probably wondering what my based opinion is, my red pill take. I don't really care, honestly, but I did actually kill someone the other day. If you don't know, there's another channel that copies me called Dolan Dark. It's not live. He mocks me constantly in videos, so I flew over to his house and killed him. So we are slowly but surely removing the competition.
I was gonna put the clip in.
Welcome back to Slop Live. Looks like we finally won, boys. Pyro Live has not uploaded in over five days. I think so. What?
There you are, you little maggot! You've been stealing my videos for months on end? Come here!
Holy, that's some really good like gore foley.
Finally, he's dead. I wonder if anyone will notice. Welcome back to Slop Live. It's me, Dolan Dark. I have quite a funny accent. No news today. I'd just like to rescind anything bad I've ever said about Pyro Live. I was simply jealous and just really, really like his content. You should unsubscribe from this channel, honestly, and just follow Pyro Live. It's a far superior channel. I don't know why I speak like this.
I'm sorry, I can't ignore it. How shit were you at Cuphead? What is his gameplay?
But that's all for today, folks. Thanks for slopping by. Also, the PS5 has no games.
Oh, yeah, it's funny. I love the PS5 joke. Definitely not the most overrun, dried out joke in history. Yes, I love it. But yeah, in general, it's funny because I was thinking about this throughout the video. It's funny now how like no matter how much entertainment evolves, because we went from like I guess could you consider like the style of entertainment being radios? Potentially. So we've gone from like radios and like black and white movies to like nowadays with streaming. But no matter how much time passes from then, there will always be drama between like celebrities and icons, because they will always like, I think it's one of those situations where like whenever you get like a fan base that's quite large, it would always like slowly and quietly poison your mind, all the parts of your life that leads to this kind of stuff. Because of course, if neither of these people were famous, they probably could have like a decent relationship. I can't say if they would have actually been married, because I don't know, I have no idea. But yeah, them being as massive they are definitely led to like this whole drama. And of course, there was more so like them fighting behind the scenes and then breaking up. As all McLaren. To be honest, I really want to look up right now the situation with the McLaren, because that's by far more fucking important to me than like those dumbass like Discord messages of like him paying $10,000 to have sex with someone. You have this article by Exerto, claims that they've used ownership of freedom as a manipulative tactic. So so far I don't think it's been settled yet. Maybe with like after this whole, because there's definitely like court battles behind the scenes that no one knows about, because like in the video said, they can't really talk about it. But this is probably in a few years time, they're gonna finally settle who owns it. But of course, I don't really know much about like the US law system, especially when it comes to like what you buy. So I can't really say who's gonna own it. But either way, someone's fucking lucky to have a McLaren that's $300,000. Jesus Christ.
Then the bitch get the boot, unless she lick ass and blow dicks like flukes. I like them cute round tits and fat asses, educated so I can bust up on their glasses. I wanna come on your tongue and gums all night. The bitch drink nuts by the pint.